Barcelona have agreed to pay 100% of the former Benfica man's wages, and any negotiations from this point will likely be to do with a potential purchase option. Gerard Romero's Gigantes, which has top connections at Barcelona, are breaking the story that Xavi has given the green light to bring in Joao Felix. The Portuguese attacking midfielder has already made it clear that he wants to leave Atletico Madrid, and the club don't seem interested in keeping him either. Joao Felix has spoken openly of his desire to play for Barcelona, which didn't endear him to the Atletico fans. Xavi has agreed to Joao Felix's arrival. Barca want a simple loan without a buy option. They've let Atletico Madrid know that they're ready to assume 100% of his salary. He has a huge salary which Barcelona will struggle to pay, but given both teams want the move to happen now, a resolution is certainly possible. According to this report, Barcelona have agreed to pay 100% of the former Benfica man's wages, and any negotiations from this point will likely be to do with a potential purchase option. The injury to Pedri, who could miss 8 weeks of action, has clearly helped push Barcelona further along the line to making this deal happen, and while there are still a lot of potential obstacles financially, it now looks more possible than ever. Joao Felix is in a mess of his own making. The attacking midfielder has burned his bridges at Atletico without an obvious way out, and now the fans and coaching staff don't seem to want him there, but nobody else is willing to pay to rescue him from this self-made purgatory. He signed a new contract before going to Chelsea on loan in January, meaning he's tied to the club long-term again. That protects his value, but also means he's a problem that's going to hang around. AS's report on his situation today claims that the attacking midfielder still wants a move to Barcelona, but also accepts that he needs a plan B, in this case Saudi Arabia. Al Hilal will happily loan him for a year it seems, although Atletico would rather sell him and get the problem off their hands. These last days of the window could be interesting. The one thing that's bad for all parties is Felix staying at the Metropolitano and bringing bad vibes to Diego Simeone's squad. Barcelona have been heavily linked with Joao Felix in recent weeks, with Atletico Madrid keen to orchestrate the departure of the Portuguese as he is not in Diego Simeone's plans for this season. Atletico will allow Felix to leave on loan, and an option to buy is likely to be included as part of any deal. This suits Barcelona, although they currently cannot afford to sign the 23-year-old in any capacity. However, they are currently exploring ways in which to be able to sign Felix. According to Sport, they will make their move if one of Ez Abd or Ansu Fati were to depart during the final days of the transfer window. Abd has been the subject of an offer from Bayer Leverkusen this week, while Fati has been heavily linked with leaving Barcelona over the course of the summer. However, neither player is particularly close to a departure. Barcelona seem hellbent on signing Felix this summer, even if it means throwing one of their most promising players to the wolves. It remains to be seen whether the operation does end up coming off. Barcelona manager Xavi Hernandez has dodged further questions on Atletico Madrid star Joao Felix, as his future remains unclear going into the final stages of the transfer window. The Portuguese star is keen to exit Atletico, and Los Rojiblancos are keen to remove his wages, with him out of the starting team. Meanwhile, Barcelona president Joan Laporta has publicly expressed his admiration for Felix, with the two tied together by agent Jorge Mendes. Barcelona know Atletico Madrid's demands for Joao Felix, paying 100% of the player's salary and pay a loan fee. Those are the conditions, and Barca have not yet reached that. If they up their offer, a deal may be possible. The forward is willing to wait until the end. The other aspect of this is that Barcelona must contend with their salary limit, and the higher the fee, the less likely they are to be able to greenlight a deal. Equally, sporting director Deco and president Joan Laporta must convince Xavi of his utility. Reportedly, the Barcelona coach does not see him as a starter for his side, and given he has struggled to make the grade at Chelsea and Atletico, there is little evidence to suggest he would at Barcelona.